Hello everyone and welcome to CLAT Possible. I'm Shrikant Tripathi, and guys, in today's session we are going to discuss some important events in today's The Hindu newspaper. Okay, so guys, the objective of this particular session is to keep you guys aware with the events that are occurring in daily newspaper. Now the newspaper that we have selected here is The Hindu. And our focus will be to cover all the important aspects that are being covered in everyday's newspaper. I'm Shrikant Tripathi and I'll be taking your sessions with reference to the Hindu coverage every day. So guys, starting with today's session, now if we are speaking of the important events, then in today's newspaper, as far as your CLAT examination, AILET examination and various other examinations are concerned, so there are 5 important topics, okay, which are required to be discussed, okay, in detail. So we'll be taking all those topics one by one, right? So I hope all of you are excited to see this new series by CLAT Possible. Okay, now guys, starting with the first event. Now in yesterday you must have seen, all of you must have seen, that world's largest river cruise was flagged off by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now guys, what exactly this entire news is all about, right? So students, before we discuss more about this entire news, there are various aspects which are important for you to understand. Okay, now guys, when I'm talking about a river, see, majority of the transportation that happens all across the globe, it happens via waterways, or you can say the ocean ways. Okay, and it is also said that the waterways are the most cheapest form of transportation. Okay, they are the cheapest mode of transportation. But there comes a question, guys. Now, in order to boost the economy of a country, it is really very important that if the governments start focusing upon the riverine transport, that means taking use of the rivers that are present in the country and making them suitable for riverine transportation. Now, there are two very important things or two very important objectives that can be achieved with improved riverine transportation facility. Number one, guys, the first benefit would be, number one, that if a country has a developed riverine transportation system, so in that particular case, each and every corner of the country can be touched. For example, I'm giving you let's say Ganga River. Okay, now river Ganga, it flows across various districts, okay, and various villages in all those districts. Now guys, if a proper riverine transportation system is developed on Ganga River, that means each and every corner of a particular district can be developed. There could be mini ports in that particular district, and with that particular mini port, what exactly is it going to generate? It is going to generate a couple of jobs for the people, and also the goods can directly be reached to the point where exactly they are sent to. Otherwise, what generally happens, किसी जगह से सामान आता है, ओके, वो पहले डिस्ट्रिक्ट सेंटर पे पहुंचता है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट सेंटर से फिर भाई जो नेक्स्ट उसका डेस्टिनेशन है वहां पर उसको भेजा जाता है, एंड देन फाइनली द पर्सन हु हैज ऑर्डर्ड दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग वो वहां पे पहुंच पाता है। बट अगर आपके पास एक इंप्रूव्ड रिवराइन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम है तो उसमें क्या होगा, उसमें यार हर स्पॉट अगर आपका कवर्ड है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मिनी पोर्ट्स, तो ये बहुत ही ऑब्वियस सी बात है दैट जो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन है वो इजी हो जाएगा और इट वुड बी एब्सोल्युटली चीपर। तो ये तो पहली चीज हो गई। दूसरी चीज अगर मैं बात करता हूं, ऑब्वियसली यार वी कैन डेफिनेटली, जब हम लोग रिवर की बात कर रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल गंगा रिवर, सो गंगा रिवर के कई सारे ऐसे डेस्टिनेशंस भी होंगे जिनका अपना ही कोई कल्चरल हेरिटेज होगा, अपना ही कोई हिस्टोरिकल resemblance होगा। अब these things they can be used for what? They can be used for ensuring, or you can say that you can improve tourism, right? So with an improved riverine transportation system, you have all these advantages. Okay, now if we are talking about the first river ever, or you can say the country which actually thought of improving or of having a better riverine transportation system, so it was Germany. Okay, now Germany after World War II was absolutely finished, but they started working on their economy and they realized one thing, that the best way to improve the economy would be development of a proper riverine transportation system. Now in Germany you have Rhine River. So guys, the German government started working on improving the riverine transportation facility on this particular river, and within 5 to 10 years it started yielding some positive results. And there was a time that in terms of riverine transportation, Rhine River was the busiest river in terms of riverine transportation. Okay, so many countries since then have taken example from Rhine River and they have started working in this particular direction. Now guys, my question to you, if I ask you that which river and where is the most busiest river in terms of riverine transportation? Now this is also a question, right? So my question is, which river is the busiest river in terms of riverine transportation in India? Sorry, in the world, not India, in the world. So guys, the answer here is the most busiest river in terms of riverine transportation is the St. Lawrence River. The St. Lawrence River. And where exactly it is? It is situated in United States of America. Okay, USA. Okay. So guys, this was something about riverine transportation. Now let's come back to the world's longest river cruise. Okay, world's longest river cruise. So first thing, now this world's longest river cruise is a 3,200 kilometer long river cruise. It would start at Kashi and it is till Dibrugarh in Assam. Also, Bangladesh would be covered in this journey as well. Now, if we are talking about the time taken from Kashi to Dibrugarh, the entire journey is expected to be 51-day long. 51-day long. Okay, talking about name of this particular cruise. So the name of this cruise, okay, the name of this cruise is MV Gangavilas. Okay, also this cruise has a total of 18 suites and a maximum passenger carrying capacity of 36 passengers. Some of the important destinations that would be covered in this cruise are Patna Sahib, Vikramshila, Bodh Gaya, Sundarbans, Dhaka, etc. Okay, right now this entire cruise will not be only running upon Ganga river, but it will be using a total of 21 river streams. Okay, that means I'm talking about primarily it's Ganga river, but the other rivers, like the 21 river streams I'm talking about, these rivers are nothing but tributaries of river Ganga. Tributaries of river Ganga. Right, guys? So this is all about the MV Vilas, okay, the world's longest river cruise, okay, that has been launched in India from Kashi to Dibrugarh. Right, guys? Now, okay, now coming on to the next information, okay. Now, guys, next one is about, now this primarily concerns northeastern part of the country, and here I'm talking about a state, Tripura. Okay, now guys, what's the news? Now Tripura will be getting its first ever greenfield airport, right? So Tripura is all set to get its first greenfield airport. Greenfield airport. Now, what is the location of this airport? So guys, the location of this airport is Unakoti district, which is 135 kilometers away from the capital of state of Tripura, that is Agartala. Okay, now like many of you might be thinking what exactly a greenfield airport is. So guys, if I'm talking about a greenfield airport, you have to understand, okay, a greenfield airport is basically constructed on that particular site or that particular land which has been absolutely undeveloped and no development activity has been there in that particular area. So when you are actually planning to develop a particular place, that means you're starting from the very scratch. Okay, so when an airport is being built, such airports are called as greenfield airports. Now, talking about the total number of greenfield airports which we have in India. So as of now, there are a total of, any idea guys, what are the total number of greenfield airports that are functional or operational in India? So guys, talking about the total number of greenfield airports operational right now, so it is 10 in numbers. 10 operational greenfield airports. And government has given approval to 21 more such airports. Okay, so Government has given on principal approval to 21 more, okay, 21 more greenfield airports. Fine. Next. Now guys, the next one is again very important, and it is in regard with trade and economics. Now talking about trade, we are discussing the India-China trade here. Now guys, as per a very recent report that was actually published by China's institution named General, okay, the name of the institution is General Administration of Customs. General Administration of Customs. Now this institution has given us the detail about India-China trade that has taken place in the last 1 year. And for India, like, the data is very surprising, and we have to think why. Because the Prime Minister is constantly talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat, and when we are talking about Atmanirbharta or self-reliance, that means our exports must increase and our imports must come down. But in this case, the trade deficit between India and China, it has increased significantly. Now, as per the report, it says that over the past 1 year, the trade deficit between India and China, the trade deficit between India and China has increased from $69 billion. That means last year it was 69 billion US dollars, and this year the trade deficit has increased to 101 US billion dollars. Okay, now guys, what basically trade deficit? Trade deficit is difference between the things that you have exported, or the amount that you have exported, minus the amount which you have imported. That means कितना आपने बेचा और कितना आपने खरीदा. ओके, इन दोनों के बीच का जो डिफरेंस होता है, इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, या फिर एक्सपोर्ट माइनस इंपोर्ट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रेड डेफिसिट. अब इंडिया के पर्सपेक्टिव में दिस इज रियली वेरी सरप्राइजिंग. व्हाई? बिकॉज इंडिया और चाइना के बीच में ट्रेड डेफिसिट है एंड इंडिया इज ऑन द लूजिंग साइड, व्हिच मींस इंडिया चाइना से ज्यादा मंगाता है, बट इंडिया के पास चाइना को ऑफर करने के लिए बहुत कुछ है नहीं. तो इंडिया की डिपेंडेंसी चाइना के ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा है. वहीं अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं कि चाइना अगर फील करें तो डज और कैन इंडियन से कि भाई इंडियंस का बहुत बड़ा और काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है चाइनीज इकोनॉमी में. तो इंपोर्ट्स के रेफरेंस में बिल्कुल नहीं है. एक्सपोर्ट्स, अगर हम लोग चाइना के एक्सपोर्ट्स की बात करें तो यस, इंडिया जो है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्पॉट है उनके लिए. सो टॉकिंग अबाउट द नंबर्स हियर व्हिच वी हैव रिसीव्ड एज पर दिस पर्टिकुलर डिटेल. सो इट सेज दैट द टोटल bilateral trade between both the countries was close to 135 billion US dollars. Okay, the bilateral trade between both the countries was 135 billion US dollars. Okay, the Chinese exports were 118.5 billion dollars. That means India has purchased goods worth 118.5 billion dollars, whereas the Indian imports, okay, the Indian exports to China were very less, which was export to China was very less. It was somewhere around 17.4 billion dollars. Just see the difference, guys. 118.5 is what we have purchased from them. 17.48 is what we have obtained, what we have sold them. 101 बिलियन डॉलर का ट्रेड डेफिसिट है बेटा ये, ओके, एंड दिस इज रियली वेरी सरप्राइजिंग, राइट? सो ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज है आज के पर्सपेक्टिव में। ओके, नेक्स्ट, talking about economy itself again. So yesterday the government has declared that the budget session of the parliament will begin on 31st of January 2023. ओके, अब ये जो पूरा का पूरा जो बजट है बेटा, ये एक्चुअली दो फेजेस में होता है। एक होता है बजट सेशन, जब बजट प्रेजेंट किया जाता है, फिर उसके बाद एक फेज आता है जहां पे सारे के सारे जो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट्स हैं वो बजट को एग्जामिन करते हैं और जो भी इनके क्वेरीज हैं, जो भी इनके क्वेश्चंस हैं, वो आ करके आफ्टर बजट वो लोग पूछते हैं। सो दिस एंटायर सेशन इज कॉल्ड एज द बजट सेशन। तो यहां पर ये है बेटा कि ये जो आपका बजट सेशन है, ये 31 जैन से, जो फर्स्ट फेज है 31 जैन से 13 फरवरी तक रहेगा, ओके, ये फर्स्ट फेज है। उसके बाद इन ऑर्डर टू एग्जामिन द बजट एक गैप लिया जाएगा, एंड दैट गैप वुड स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 14th ऑफ जनवरी, 14 जनवरी से लेकर के दैट वुड बी टिल 12th ऑफ मार्च, 14th फेब से लेकर के 12th ऑफ मार्च, ठीक है। और उसके बाद दोबारा 13th ऑफ मार्च से लेकर के 6th ऑफ अप्रैल तक, 13th मार्च से 6th अप्रैल तक पोस्ट बजट सेशन होगा, ओके। ये 3 फेजेस में कुछ इस तरीके से हमारे सामने आएगा। एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज यहां पर, नाउ 31st को जब ये बजट सेशन होगा तो ऑन 31st the chief economic advisor of India would be releasing the economic survey of India. इकोनॉमिक सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया, और 1 फेब को, ओके, 1 फेब को क्या होगा? 1 फेब को यूनियन बजट प्रेजेंट होगा। एक बात आप और ध्यान रखिए बेटा, 2023 में ये जो बजट है इस गवर्नमेंट का, जो मोदी 2.0 है, ये उनका लास्ट बजट होगा जो फुल टाइम बजट होगा, क्योंकि इसके बाद अगले साल 2024 में जनरल इलेक्शंस होने हैं। तो द गवर्नमेंट, मोदी गवर्नमेंट विल बी प्रेजेंटिंग अ बजट ओनली फॉर 3 मंथ्स। उसके बाद जो नई सरकार आएगी वो अपना फुल टाइम बजट प्रेजेंट करेगी। क्लियर? ओके। एंड लास्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इवेंट ऑफ द डे, ये बहुत ही अच्छी है बेटा चीज। अगेन यहां पे हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, देयर इज अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट हु हैज एक्चुअली बिकम और हु हैज बीन एक्चुअली डिक्लेयर्ड एज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लिटरेट डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ इंडिया, द फर्स्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लिटरेट, फर्स्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लिटरेट डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ इंडिया। कौन से डिस्ट्रिक्ट को मिला है बेटा ये अवार्ड? सो कोल्लम डिस्ट्रिक्ट in Kerala has been declared as India's first constitution literate district. Now constitution literate district का मतलब बेटा हर वो बंदा जिसकी उम्र, जिसकी एज 10 साल या उससे ऊपर है, they have basic idea about the constitution. Now be it the preamble, be it the fundamental rights, be it the fundamental duties and various other aspects. ओके, नाउ कोल्लम डिस्ट्रिक्ट में ऐसे लोग जिनकी उम्र 10 साल या उससे ज्यादा थी, दे वर क्लोज टू या अबव 16 लाख पीपल, ओके। एंड इन ऑर्डर टू मेक कोल्लम डिस्ट्रिक्ट एज इंडियाज फर्स्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लिटरेट डिस्ट्रिक्ट, इसमें एक कैंपेन चलाया गया, ओके। अ कैंपेन वाज रन बाय वेरियस अथॉरिटीज। नाउ हु वर दोस अथॉरिटीज एंड व्हाट वाज द कैंपेन? सो यहां पर समझिए, the name of the campaign was the citizen और यहां पर जो जो अथॉरिटीज जिन्होंने इस कैंपेन को रन किया, दोज अथॉरिटीज वर नंबर 1 केरला, सॉरी कोल्लम, नॉट केरला, कोल्लम डिस्ट्रिक्ट पंचायत, कोल्लम डिस्ट्रिक्ट पंचायत, the other two authorities was KILA. Okay, now KILA is Kerala Institute of Local Administration, KILA, Kerala Institute of Local Administration. And the last authority was the District Planning Committee, the District Planning Committee. The District Planning Committee. Now these three institutions, they ran a campaign which was called as the Citizen, okay, that aimed at ensuring the target. What was the target? To make each and everyone who is 10 years or above of age in Kollam district about the basic idea of our constitution, right? Now one more thing, there were various volunteers who enrolled themselves, okay, in this campaign in order to help all these authorities. किसी ने तो समझाया होगा ना लोगों को, कई सारे लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया होगा, कई सारे लोग जाकर के जो बता रहे होंगे कि ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, ये प्रियम्बल है. Who exactly were those people? तो यहाँ पे आप ये समझ लीजिए, the volunteers of the citizen campaign were called as senators. Senators was the term which was used for volunteers. Right? Okay. This entire campaign, guys, what was the duration? कितने समय में, कितनी duration में ये complete हुआ है? So it took a total of 7 months. पूरे 7 महीने लगे इस कैंपेन को पूरा करने में, इस कैंपेन को अचीव करने में. Okay? Yeah. सो गाइज, ये आज के न्यूज़पेपर से, आज के द हिंदू से 5 इंपॉर्टेंट ऐसी हेडलाइंस थी, 5 इंपॉर्टेंट ऐसी न्यूज थी जिनका काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रेफरेंस है आपके एग्जामिनेशन में. ओके, वी हैव डिस्कस्ड, वी हैव ट्राइड टू डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इन डिटेल विद यू गाइज हियर. Okay, now guys, apart from this particular session that I have taken, kindly follow us on our Instagram page, okay, CLAT Possible Official. Now there you will find n number of different like quizzes based on current affairs, based on general awareness, logical reasoning, English, right? And you will be getting a lot of other information. Kindly follow us on YouTube, kindly follow us on Instagram, right? So guys, for more such information, stay tuned to CLAT Possible YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe to the channel so that you can get the update, okay, or you can get the notification whenever our video drops. This was Shrikant Tripathi signing off. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Thank you very much, guys.